What's up? What's up? Welcome everybody to another Apple Home Talk live stream. I hope you guys are doing well. Live stream right here, all about building a smart home. I am Shane. If you're new here, hope you're having a good Wednesday and having a good week so far. Excited to get into it, talk about a little bit of smart home stuff, some new products and things like that that caught my eye this past week, a couple of updates and things like that. And I think today's going to be just a big Q&A session. So I'm going to try to take as many questions as I can today. Let's say hi to some folks in the chat, first of all. And let me know if you can see me, hear me, all that good stuff. No technical difficulties today, hopefully. What's going on, Juan? Good afternoon. Let's have another wonderful Apple Home Talk. Yes, sir, man. Excited about it. Let me fix my little chat bubble here. Let me see too how this is looking on the vertical stream. I'm not sure yet still about the vertical stream. I guess showing up in the shorts feed, maybe. Let me know if you watch this from the shorts feed also. And let me know in the chat where you're from, how you're doing, how's the weather, and all that good stuff. And if you're working on any smart home projects. And then we're going to get to some questions here in just a minute. Bill, what's up, Bill? Clearwater, Florida. Very nice. Beautiful. Thank you, Wisp Cedia. Can hear and see well. All right, loud and clear. Thank you, Dan. Let's see who else we got in the chat. Larry, what's up, Larry? Happy Wednesday. Dover, Delaware in the house. Thanks for joining us, man. All right, North Carolina's in the house. What's going on, Larry? Ooh, Netherlands. Eric from the Netherlands. Good to see you, man. Bruce Randall's here. What's up, Bruce? Frederick and Jeff. Good to see you guys. Hope y'all are having a good week so far. Yeah, where is everyone? Turin said, what's going on, Turin? Yeah, it might be one of those slow weeks, but that's okay. Sometimes that's kind of fun. We can really get into it and, chat amongst ourselves a little bit today, hopefully. Dan from Texas. All right, we got Texas in the house here. Sigmund Judge, what's going on? Sigmund, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you here. Thanks for tuning in. Had to restart the stream, Turin said. How's the stream doing for everybody? Everybody, is it looking good? Sounding good? I know we got a little bit of feedback, loud and clear. We got a few more people in here in the stream, so hopefully all is well. I did have to check, make sure I set it to public, and we should be good to go on that end. So, John in the house. What's up, John? All right, so let's dive into just a few of the products that caught my eye. We've just been having, honestly, the past year or two, it's just been so many new smart home products. I think we're really starting to see the wave of Matter really hit the market, which is kind of exciting. A lot of products from brands sometimes that we don't know. I think there's just a lot more space now for brands to kind of hit the market and give us stuff that we can actually use in Apple Home or any other ecosystem, whether you're using Home Assistant or Google, Amazon, which is what's nice about Matter. And I think we're going to continue to see that trend. I'm really excited to see that happen with cameras. Been seeing it a lot with sensors and locks and different things like that, but cameras should be next. So that's pretty exciting. Let's see. All right, we got one question, Frederick. I'm going to save that. Also, too, for everybody else, if maybe this is your first time here in the stream, do like Frederick did, if you would, please, if you have a question, and preface your comment with that word question. That'll really help out, help me kind of see it, and I will flag it, and I'll try to address as many questions as I can. George, what's up, brother? Good to see you, George. George in the house. George says, bring on the cameras. Yes, sir. So if you are into smart home tech, specifically cameras and security stuff, and you have not done so yet, go check out George's YouTube channel, who talks a lot about cameras, He is the camera guy, I think. So go check him out if you have not already. First thing I wanted to mention, I think I've been asked about this product every week ever since it went out of stock, and it is officially back in stock from what I can tell. Here in the US anyways, I know in the UK, Europe, it was a little earlier. I think it came back into stock, but it is available now. Again, the Aqara FP300 presence sensor. This is technically a multi-sensor, but most well known for its millimeter wave capabilities. Great sensor. I really love this thing. It supports Matter or Thread, it supports Matter, Thread, or Zigbee. So you could use either protocol, Thread or Zigbee. And just a great sensor. I did get another discount code. I put a link to it in the video description, but the discount code does not take effect until I believe the 27th. So like 2 days from this live stream. So if you want to get one, I think it's maybe 10%. I can't remember, 10 or 15% off. I did put that in the description of this live stream. So, you know, come back or save the code or whatever if you want to get it in a couple days. But it looks like they've got enough stock. I don't think we have to worry about it selling out again from what it looks like. So fingers crossed that is the case. And maybe you can save a little bit of money there with that discount code. I think it'll be good for just like a few days, but wanted to share that with you guys. And I'll also share it over on my Instagram page once that day comes, like in 2 days when it does take effect. Yeah, and only ask your questions once. Shane tends to jump around to the chat. Yes, I do jump around. Okay, 10%. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate that. Yeah, 10% off with that code for the multi-sensor. And again, that will take effect in about 2 days. So you can save it. Go ahead and add it to your cart if you want to, and use that discount code here once it takes effect. And yeah, I do jump around quite a bit, but I like to try my best to stay in the chat with you guys and chat as you guys are chatting. So that's why I kind of do it that way, and see what you guys got going on in the chat, and also answer your questions. So we're going to do that also. I saw over on HomeKit News, there is speaking of presence sensors, ZemiSmart releases a new budget presence sensor. It is a PIR sensor and a light sensor with Zigbee. So it's presence, PIR, so millimeter wave, PIR, and a light sensor. And this is a Zigbee sensor. So if you have some sort of Zigbee hub in your smart home, whether it's Home Assistant or maybe one of ZemiSmart actually has some little Matter Zigbee hubs that you can use. You could get one of these, but we've just been seeing a lot more of these. Now, this isn't necessarily anything new, a presence sensor, a little Zigbee presence sensor, but again, just more and more of these. I think they said the battery is supposed to last like a few years on these things right here. It is PIR plus millimeter wave. This one, I believe, has a 24 gigahertz millimeter wave radar built in, whereas the Aqara presence sensor, I think, is 60 gigahertz radar. So the Aqara ones are that's the one to beat right now. There are some other millimeter wave sensors that work very well. I think for most cases, the higher number for that radar, I think probably the better detection it has, and especially for those moments where you're maybe laying down or just sitting really still. So the Aqara FP300 has worked really well for me, but there are others out there, and there are definitely some cheaper ones out there too. So, you got options, which is always nice. I also heard, I think LaFair, which was one of the first, maybe the first battery-powered presence sensor, I think they've got another version of their presence sensor coming out sometime soon, I believe. So that may be another option. Some other things that caught my eye this past week. Somebody actually sent me a link to one of these over on Instagram. But we got another, looks like I think this is the one right here. Yeah, another smoke detector, and I believe this one right here is Matter over Thread. I'm trying to see if this says, They have a matter over thread version. I think they've got a few versions, and they got a carbon monoxide sensor too. I don't think that's a thread. So they've got a few options here, but these are, actually, I think I got the, yeah, so here we go. This one right here, $39.98. It's a good price. It's a really small smoke detector, it looks like, so smaller than other ones, but this is a battery powered smart photoelectric fire alarm and matter over thread. So more options there. We talked a little bit about smoke detectors. I think it was last week. I don't really use a whole lot of them. I tested a few here and there over the years, but I don't really use a lot of smart smoke detectors in my house. But again, more options here. And this is from Hyman, which again is, I don't know, did I have that popped up for you? I may not have had that popped up for you. So again, Hyman, a company I've never used before, but they've got a bunch of options here, it looks like, and possibly some carbon monoxide sensors, maybe with matter over thread. I don't know if these are available yet, but this is all listed here on the Matter Alpha website, which is another good website to check out if you want to kind of see what's available. Yeah, SwitchBot millimeter wave is good for the bathroom, John says. Yeah, they've got a battery-powered presence sensor also. Theirs does connect over Bluetooth and requires a SwitchBot hub, but if you already have one of the SwitchBot hubs, could be a great option too. I've been testing one or two of these in my garage lately because I have my SwitchBot hub actually is in my garage now. And yep, another option there for millimeter wave presence sensors. Lurk Jerk celebrates 48 months of membership. Thank you so much for being a channel member. I'm not sure if the comment got lost there, if there was a comment to go along with that membership milestone chat or not, but either way, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the support. All right, see, we got a couple questions here. Let me see, was there any other? Also, on the HomeKit News website, I saw this one, Roborock Saros 20 launches with Matter support, 36,000 pascals of suction power. That is pretty crazy. So Roborock is continuing their theme of supporting Matter, which is great to see. I used the Saros, what was it, 10R? I think it was, Saros 10 something for a while. It's hard to remember all these names sometimes, but I used that one for a while. Really good vacuum, and it looks like they've just upped some of the specs on here. So I might try this one out also and see how I like it. It has this really cool, like, what do they call it? Adaptive lift chassis 3.0. So it should be able to get over big thresholds, which is nice, and just really, really strong suction power, which I think might be nice for my house. So I might give that one a shot also. And Matter support is great to see, on these new robot vacuums. Let's see, Frederick said, people are saying their comments are not showing in chat, and my membership chat will not take my comment. Interesting. People are saying their comments are not showing in the chat. Huh. Let's see, stream. Let me check my stream settings. I'm seeing comments here. You guys commenting just like regular comments and they're not showing up. Let me know if that's the case. I'm seeing a number of comments, but I guess not. I don't know if we're missing comments. Let me know what's going on. John's is working. Jeff can comment. Thank you, Jeff. Maybe it's just the membership. And we got Larry just became a member. Thank you, Larry, for joining and becoming a channel member. I appreciate that. As a channel member, you get access to our member Discord server, which is like one of the main perks, I think. You can get over there. We have channels set up for all the different smart home categories, even more advanced stuff like Home Assistant and HomeKit questions, all different kinds of things over there. So if you're building a smart home and you become a member, definitely check out the Discord server. All you have to do is link your YouTube account over in Discord in your Discord settings, and you'll get access to that server, and you can tag me, or you can just ask questions, provide feedback, share your setup and stuff like that. So it's always a good place to hang out. Frederick, I see, celebrates 44 months. I see. Thank you for the support. And yeah, maybe just testing out that member chat. For some reason, the comments don't seem to be coming through. It must be a YouTube issue there. Must be a YouTube issue. I'm not really sure what on my end would cause that to happen. So if you're trying to use your monthly, the monthly milestone chat, maybe that's not working. But tell you what, if you want to go ahead and post and then just reshare your comment, I'll be sure to get to it as a regular comment. I'll get to it after that. Jeff says, I hear an echo now. How's the audio sound? Everything look good? Sound good, maybe I should say, on your end? In the meantime, let's check out some of these questions, and feel free to ask away. We're going to just hang out and answer and ask some questions today. Frederick said earlier, are you still having issues with the IKEA stuff you bought, or did you get it figured out? Yeah, man. So pretty much my issues were mostly around, the setup phase. So, and I've kind of seen that in the past. I guess some products may just not work reliably. I haven't noticed any no response. I don't think that I could tell since that video came out for the IKEA products. The biggest issue I had was just the initial pairing process. And I don't know. I'm sort of inclined to think that maybe something on the Apple Home side of things. The way it's handling Thread in my house. Again, when I was using my hardwired Apple TV, that seemed to kind of have an issue. I talked about all that in the video. But anyways, once I got everything paired, seemed to be pretty good. I did have an issue, I think, with the door sensor going unresponsive once while I was initially testing them. But since then, everything's been working okay. I made a little mount for the carbon monoxide sensor, not carbon monoxide, the CO2 sensor, and a little temperature sensor with the clock. I made a little mount for that with my 3D printer. So that's been pretty cool. Let me see. Another thing too regarding the chat, there is an option to turn on. I think you guys can turn that on too, live chat or top chat. So you might want to turn on live chat if you have that option, and see if that maybe makes a difference regarding the comments that you can see. So I turned on live chat for mine. And Jeff said he can hear an echo now. How's the audio sound? The audio sound okay for you guys? Let me know. And I'll move on to the next question. JPLISKA, I'm not sure how to say that, says, is there any benefit to using Abode over Aqara for home security? So there are some benefits. Yeah. So I'd say probably the main benefit, to using Abode, strictly speaking, for the security system side of things, if you want to like use your security system in Apple Home, the main benefit is that the Abode system has a battery backup, which is nice. So if you lose power, or if you have just like a small little intermittent power outages, that battery backup will kind of take over, so you won't lose power to your security system. That's one of the main benefits that I like. Of course, you could use some sort of UPS or some sort of battery backup on your own and plug your Aqara hub into something like that, which would kind of achieve the same results. But it is nice to have that battery backup in the Abode security system. The other big advantages of the abode system is that there is 24/7 professional monitoring options. You don't have to buy into that subscription, but it is an option if you want it. And then also, again, part of the subscription, I think, is you can use cellular backup as well. So if you lose your internet, in addition to power, if you lose your internet, you would still be able to, get notifications and all that kind of stuff through your security system. So those are probably the main benefits over using more of a DIY system. I guess they're both DIY systems, but the abode system has more of those kind of traditional features, I guess, built in. That some of them are optional, of course. Some do require a subscription, perhaps, but it does have more of those traditional security system options. And also another thing for me is I really like the abode keypad that the family can use to just arm and disarm the security system. Aqara doesn't really have anything quite like that. They've got their hub device that you can use, especially like in Europe. It's not really sold in the US, but you could buy one in Europe. But they don't really have any like dedicated keypad like the abode system, which is something I like. So those would be some of the advantages, I think. Official Baba Trolling celebrates 9 months of membership. Thank you so much for the continued support there. I really do appreciate that. And if you did have a comment that went along with that milestone chat, if you would just re-comment whatever that was as a regular comment, because for some reason it looks like those milestone chats aren't coming through. And I'll get to that if you repost that. Tried turning on live chat and refreshing the stream and still no luck. Dan Davis says, I'm on live chat. It's working. Thank you, Dan. So what is not working other than those milestone chats? Is everything else working okay? Y'all let me know in the chat. I'm trying to make sure everything is good to go here for you guys. But Dan says, I'm on live chat and everything is working. So yeah, you can switch it over to live chat. There are less comments, I think, today, which, might just be one of those things. People are just kind of not commenting as much, which is all right. That means we can get to the questions today. And another one we have from Jay Will says, that bed occupancy sensor you are using, does it expose the statuses in HomeKit or just HomeBridge? Okay, so the bed sensors that I'm using is not native HomeKit. So you will need something like, I guess there's probably a way to do it in HomeBridge. I'm not 100% sure. I'm using Home Assistant to bring it in. It's kind of made, to go with Home Assistant, and it's really easy setup with Home Assistant. So I'd say that's primarily going to be for folks who are running Home Assistant to just get that up and running. There's like calibration features and stuff like that in there, which I think I showed in that video that I made, maybe just briefly, but it's very easy to just calibrate the sensors, both sides of the bed. And then you can, of course, expose that over to HomeKit through Home Assistant if you have that set up pretty easily, which is what I did for my setup. All right. I don't know if this is a question. YYZ says, as I fight with Govee lights and Home Assistant and HomeKit, they keep dropping. I've grown to really dislike Govee. Yeah. I kind of understand that. I love all the Govee products, and they have just such a wide range of products, but I have seen this myself, and I know some others have been talking about this, how they kind of lose that connection. I've used them for a long time with local control, the LAN support that you can enable on most of their lights. All their new ones, I think you can do that for, but even that acts kind of weird with their cloud connectivity. It is an issue. There's some talk of this in our Discord server recently. I think this is something they are aware of, and they're looking to address this in, you know, maybe some future updates or something. From what I understand, they are familiar with these issues, and like I said, I hope they fix it. I have a ton of Govee lights also. I do really love them. Sometimes I do have to go in there and just like reconnect them to the Wi-Fi, even to utilize the local control, which is kind of weird, but overall they've worked pretty well when I utilize that LAN control. Okay. Thanks, Hair Riot there says, Govee said they are working on this. And I feel you. Yeah. So yeah, it was part of that conversation probably over there in Discord. I saw, was it maybe you, Hair Riot, that posted some of those updates that came from Govee. So good to see they're working on that. And Govee, it's just, they have so many products, man. I was just looking earlier today. It's like hard to even keep up with all the stuff that they have coming out. I got one of these, the Govee Uplighter floor lamp. It's really cool. I ended up putting that in my daughter's room. The outdoor lights, I have one of the other models of these. I saw today, like every time I look, it seems like they have new stuff that I didn't even know about coming out. Like, let me see if I can see. I don't see them on here. Oh, the pendant lights look really nice. I have some friends who set that up. I saw somewhere today they have like, I don't know, maybe it's not available here, but I saw like a square shaped ceiling light. Just so many lights, projectors, crazy stuff. And like all their stuff supports Matter, which is nice. I do hope they just get that, whatever that issue is, I hope they get it sorted out. Oh, that's where your extra, so you just reset them with the smart plugs? Is that what you're doing, Turin? Turin says that's where all my extra Christmas plugs go. So are you just turning them on and off with that, or does the reset kind of fix the Wi-Fi problem? I'm curious about that. Maybe you're using it to kind of get it to reconnect to Wi-Fi, or maybe you're just controlling them with the smart plug, which definitely is unfortunate. That's not something you should have to do, but not a bad Band-Aid, I guess, if you do have to. So let me check the chat here. And let me know too, Frederick, is everything working okay? I see some comments there earlier about refreshing the stream and stuff. And Frederick said, I have 5 Eve Aquas and 3 of the originals, and now 3 of the new ones have either broken or died. Anything else I can use? Really? So 3 of the new ones have broken or died. Dang, man. That's unfortunate. Let me see. Let's see if what we can find. I know I've seen some other ones out there. I'm trying to remember the brand name. If anybody knows anything comparable to the Eve Aqua. Unfortunately, I hate recommending this company, but I think Maris has one that, yeah. So here's one from Maris. I don't know if that would work any better. I don't really use any Maris products because of this whole thing right here. I didn't say this for the record. They just made that up, which is why I'm not too happy with Maris right now. I'll just be honest with you. I think that was pretty messed up. It's been up there forever and they just refuse to take it down. So yeah, that's a whole thing. But let's see if we can find out more. Maris has started making 3 thread products. So I don't know if these are going to be Wi-Fi. I feel like they might have a thread one. Let's see if we can find out. I'm looking for the connection type. Sorry, the font's kind of small there. Looks like they have 2 models available. Not sure that, oh, this one, oh, that one comes with the little hub there. Huh. So that might be one to look into. I'm not sure if there's any other ones out there like this that connect to the hose. Does anybody know of anyone? That's Robbins. I already tried it, man. Didn't work. It's still up there. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, it's yeah. So you know, if you're wondering, if you're searching the Maris site and you see that quote, that is not something I said. But I don't know, Frederick, of any other ones out there quite like that. Frederick says, yeah, based on the price, I'd expected better from Eve. One of the new ones, the button on top cracked, and one of my originals, the connector broke. Ah, man. Yeah, the original ones, I know that was a fact, that was an issue, and then they updated it with the all metal connectors, I believe. So I guess would fix that issue. And it sounds like you got some of the new ones, and then I guess the button on the top is cracked. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could maybe try Eve's customer support, which has always been good. You've probably done that in the past and maybe gotten some new ones sent to you. You might just want to go that route and see if they'll still support you, and maybe get something, a new one sent out to you. But I know you just kind of don't want to deal with it probably if it's not working. Thanks, Mark. Mark says the Zeus Habitat plus Zeus. Is that where I saw another one? Let's see. Well, here's a couple of options here. Rain point. See, I don't know if these support Matter or Wi-Fi. That's a cool looking one right there. Connect 2 of them. I've never heard of this one. Question is, what kind of smart home support does it? I know Zeus stuff is Z-Wave, so probably requires either Habitat or Home Assistant or something like that. Not familiar with this one. Let's see who we have here. Ratio. Oh, I didn't know they make one. This might support HomeKit. Does anybody use this one? I'm familiar with their sprinkler controller system, but not this device here. Doesn't really give us much details there. It works with Lady A and more, they said. So I'm not sure if it's got HomeKit support on that one. With Home Assistant, you'd probably be able to find some other options. Yeah, I have seen the Zeus Titan. That looks like a pretty awesome. That's a shut-off valve. Yeah, I'm not sure of any Matter over Thread ones, though. Oh, nice. Okay. Keith says he's using the Ratio, and it's great. Connect to the old sprinkler wires. So that's probably their sprinkler controller. which I know does support HomeKit, I think, out of the box. This one right here, but that's for a sprinkler system. So I'm not sure if that little hose device supports HomeKit or not. Might be one to look into. Yeah, I've been, let me see, catch up in the chat here. I have been using the, what's it called? Oh, the Yardian Pro for years now for my sprinkler system. It's been working pretty good. I haven't really had any issues with it. Kind of like a set it and forget it type of device. I do have one or two of the Eve ones, but I don't typically use the hose for watering since we have the watering system, the sprinkler system in our yard. But yeah, it looks like we have some more options. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Maris has a matter over thread one you want to try out. I don't know. I know a lot of people have had connectivity issues with the Maris over Wi-Fi stuff. I'm not sure about their thread products. Looking real quick here on this one. Yeah, I can't see if it supports thread or not. But we are starting to see more matter over thread devices, that's for sure, which is always nice. Nice to see. I've been using, like I said, I've been testing the IKEA stuff continuously. I don't know if you guys saw that video. I talked about it a little bit earlier. Is something wrong with the chat? Are you guys able to comment? I'm seeing some blank comments here, which I'm not sure what's going on with that. Palma Kit, what's going on? Frederick, let me know in their Discord if something's up with the chat. John says Maris is bad about no response. Okay, so John's able to comment. I don't know, maybe try, you guys, if you're trying to comment and you're not able to, maybe try refreshing the stream. Mark, I see you had a blank comment come through. At least it's blank on my side. Let me know if maybe refreshing the stream helps. We got some comments coming through. So let me check some of my settings here. Settings should be same as, oh, and Michael, same thing there. What is going on with that? Is YouTube broke? Did YouTube break on me? YouTube had a big outage. Was it last week? Early last week? Frederick says they've tried refreshing the stream and that's not helping. Circle City has a comment that came through, so that's working. I'm gonna try one thing real quick. Do you know if Uniview integrates with Apple? I'm not familiar with Uniview. Let's see what that is. So this is Uniview, I guess. Oh, and they're hiring. Security cameras. No, I don't think these support HomeKit or Apple Home natively. I'm not familiar with them, so pretty sure these don't support Apple Home. I mean, there's ways to get non-HomeKit cameras into HomeKit through something like either Home Assistant or scripted, but that's kind of goes beyond your just native out of the box solutions. So I used scripted for a long time to do that, and I was very happy with scripted. I'm kind of using Home Assistant more now to get my cameras into HomeKit that don't natively support it. Like I'm using a lot of UniFi cameras. Interesting. Keith says multiple hubs trigger network chatter that the ratio doesn't have enough memory to handle, causing it to fail in HomeKit. I remember there were some issues with ratio and the HomeKit support, and I think they even dropped HomeKit support at one point and then brought it back or something weird like that for a while. I don't know, not really sure there, but I heard it has been working again, so I don't know. Inzadi from NZ, all right. And Lone Star Trent, are you in the chat? Are you able to comment also? Let's see if we can get that comment thing working a little bit. So some other things I've been working on too, and if you guys have more questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. But a few things I've been working on the past week is just, I've been doing a lot of stuff in my garage. So I've been trying to get my garage kind of all set up just so I can film more videos and stuff in there. I've been 3D printing a lot of stuff for both like my pegboards and also some stuff here in the studios. Like I said earlier, I 3D printed a mount for the Nanoleaf pegboards here in my studio, and I printed a mount for the looking to see if I have the box. I do not right here. The IKEA air quality sensor. I really like these Nanoleaf pegboards. They're really cool, but so I will pull up some pictures here. Man, the pop-ups are insane on these websites. These things are really cool, the little light pegboards, but the problem is that it's not like a standard pegboard size. Like you can find just about anything to 3D print for the IKEA Scatus pegboards, which I love, but nothing really for the Nanoleaf ones. So I have been just printing a bunch of stuff and kind of modifying a lot of those IKEA pegboard designs for the Nanoleaf pegboard. And I've been installing a bunch of stuff here on my pegboard in the studio. And then in the garage, been doing the same thing. I mounted my SwitchBot Hub 3 in the studio, or in the garage, excuse me, which is a cool little way to like control. It's got a little knob on it and you can control different things in the garage. And let's see, I printed a little mount for some lights in the garage also. And yeah, it's just been really cool. And I've actually started kind of using my Vision Pro again a little more recently in the garage. So just kind of seeing some of the updates and stuff that's in there. It's a good place to use the Vision Pro, which has been nice. And I also got recently the UniFi travel router. And I did 3D print a little mount for that also. That is, let's see if I can grab it. It's behind my camera. This little guy right here is so tiny, but I've only tested it once out and about, waiting on the next big trip so I can actually utilize this. But so far I think it's really cool, very affordable little product here to give you a way to easily kind of tap into your home network when you're out traveling. So I'm excited to use this on the next big trip. So far I've just been using it like in Starbucks and stuff like that. But this has been a cool addition, and I've just been printing a bunch of stuff to mount in here to make it easier just to grab things and go. I did also print some stuff for the rack. I don't know. Let me know if you guys want to see like a new 3D print type of video because I have been 3D printing a lot of stuff for the smart home, print stuff for the my network rack also recently. It's just been awesome, man. I really need to get like a larger 3D printer, I think, because I am a little bit limited on the small print bed. So Lone Star Trent says you are able to comment, but we got a few comments coming in. Yeah, it looks like some people are having some issues commenting, so I apologize. I don't know if there's something going on with YouTube. It looks like some comments are coming through. It's not a member thing because we got non-members that are commenting and some that are members commenting. Definitely could be something going on with YouTube here. Let's see, let me pop in. I'm gonna pull up the actual stream. I have to mute, make sure it's muted. Turin, I see that, Turin. Let's see, let me check the stream here. Yeah, it looks like the same comments are there. So I don't know if some of the comments are being hidden or what's going on. Let's see. Turin says, hopefully a rack stabilizer. Yeah, no, I redid the rack, so no more wall-mounted racks for me. I outgrew my wall-mounted rack and just could not support all the stuff I was putting into it. So I got one now on casters, which honestly makes it easier anyways. Like, I thought it was cool to have it wall-mounted, and it was, but it's a lot more practical to have it on casters, sitting on the floor. I can spin it around and access stuff a whole lot easier than I could before, and I have been doing that lately to just to kind of mount some different things and install some different stuff in the rack. Like I said, I 3D printed a little mount for the UniFi. What is it called? The SuperLink, the UniFi SuperLink. So I'm starting to been testing some of those sensors and stuff like that also lately, which I have one of them up here. I got a few of those sensors I've been testing out. I really want to see UniFi. It would be awesome if they supported Matter or something with their sensors, at least the sensors. If not, the cameras also. Now that Matter supports cameras, maybe we'll see that one day. I have no idea. But I'd like to at least see them support it with the sensors. I've had a hard time getting like the alarm controls exposed to either Apple Home or Home Assistant or anything. I'd really like to be able to do that. And then maybe go to like a whole UniFi controlled security system, but it's just not quite there. There's just a few missing pieces that I've found, but I'd love to be able to do that. Lone Star Trent, I know your question. For some reason, I see it in the Discord server. For some reason, the comments are acting weird, guys. I do apologize for that. You can, if you're a member, you can comment in our Discord server. Yeah, I see, Janos, I see your comment too in Discord. That is weird. I don't know what's going on, man, and I do apologize if anybody's having issues commenting. It does seem like less comments coming through than normal, so I'm sorry if you're not able to comment. Everyone, if you're unable to post a comment, try posting a blank comment so we can see how many are not working. There you go. Well, that's one. And Frederick is able to comment, which, I don't know. Some people are, some people aren't. McGorry, Trevor, appreciate you guys. I see some blank comments coming through. I'll definitely have to look in to see what is going on there with that. Graphics, percussion, Turin also. That's really strange. I've never seen that. I've been live streaming for years now. I don't think I've ever seen that. Scott, C-Buzz. All right, well, Let's just post a bunch of blank comments. Let's see who all is here watching. I appreciate you guys. Scott, also Michael, C-Buzz. C-Buzz got a question mark in there. Interesting. That's so weird. Brian Lawyer, Just Frozen, Lane Gandy. Well, thank you guys for watching anyways, even though we can't comment. Master Tech, 0007. Hey, we got a HomeKit logo came through. Korea Store, PNW, Lone Star Trent. So like characters are coming through. That is so weird. Oconee Smart Home, thank you for tuning in. Another great YouTube channel. Go check out Oconee Smart Homes. Stian, Larry, I see you guys. So weird. Zeus, Jason. Looks like special characters will post. Well, we got some letters there and emojis. We got some emojis coming through. Cali Girl, thank you. SeaWorld with Chris. What's going on, Chris? Just Frozen. Yeah, it's so weird, man. So like just characters are coming through. Well, just hit the chat with a bunch of emojis. I don't know what to tell you guys. Well, I'll look into it. I'll definitely, I don't know if it'll do any good, but I'll send some feedback to YouTube to see if I'll search some forums before next week's stream and see if there's anything like that that's ever happened before. Maybe YouTube is working on their channel. We got a Siri emoji. Mark got the shopping bag. All right, representing. Yeah, we got some flags here. Titan Olympus. That's kind of fun too, actually. Mohammed, YouTube, and we got an SOS. UK, Simple PC UK's in the house. Here's a good challenge. Say what you want to say with emojis. Let's see if we can do that. Mark Lofthouse. Bunch of lobsters. All right, I don't know what that means. I'll try to decipher. We got America in the house. We'll throw that one up. Steven, good to see you here. Juan, we got, all right, everybody representing. Frederick, game over. Yeah, those custom ones don't come through in my little thing. Yeah, so weird. Some people are able to get it. Yeah, I don't know. It may be a setting, but I usually reuse the settings. So let's see. Check something real quick. If you are able to chat, oh, we got a phone and a home. I like that. Smart home. That's a good way to put it. Caroline. I know what Caroline's thinking. Not mad at that. I could be down for a taco night, although it's not Tuesday. Tacos and beer. Yeah, I fasted for like about 48 hours. I was going to go longer, and then I caved, and I just went 48 hours. So I could go for some tacos and beer, I think. Let's see what we got. Faucet, no thread. So maybe that smart faucet does not support thread. Is that what we're saying? This is kind of fun. Trying to... So Twitch has an emotes only mode, and YouTube has been copying them. I don't know that I've ever seen an emotes only mode in YouTube. I'll definitely look into that and see. I'll double check all my settings and maybe even, I don't know. It's weird. I see stuff like this is you do a test stream and then everything will work fine, and then you go and do a live stream and then things get really weird. Frederick said the clock. Look at the time. Yeah, we'll wrap this one up here soon. And I apologize if you guys are trying to comment. If you're a channel member, please do just go drop your comment over there in our Discord server. Also, you know what I'll do also for all you guys who are watching live, if you wanted to comment and you weren't able to, Edgar's Home Tech, what's going on? Raul, Apple Home, I like it. For all you guys who are here in the chat live, and if you wanted to comment and you weren't able to do so, again, I apologize. I don't know what's going on, but drop a comment, like a normal comment in the stream after the stream, or you could probably do it now too, just like a normal YouTube comment, and I'll read those and I'll respond to all the comments down there after the stream a little bit later today. I'll be sure to get back to everybody there. And in the meantime, I'll figure out kind of what this is all about. Hopefully it's just a one-time fluke. Again, I know YouTube was having some issues, like total issues across the board last week. Maybe there's something going on there. I don't know. It's always the joys of tech stuff here. But I will share with you a couple things again, just to reiterate from the beginning. The Aqara FP300 that I always get asked about is available again, even in the US. There's a discount code that I have for 10%. I put that down in the stream in the description. The code will take effect in about 2 days. So you can save the code, go ahead and put the item in your cart or whatever if you've been planning on getting one. But if you want to save a little bit of money, you could wait about 2 days, and then you should be able to take advantage of that code to save you a little bit of money. I know I've been asked about that, and I wanted to get that code to you guys. Also, Rob says, and Rob's comment works. So yeah, I don't know, weird stuff. And Nicole just became a channel member. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Let's see, Alwyn celebrates 5 months of membership. Thank you so much for your continued support, and also for all the new channel members. I appreciate you guys. What I'm going to do real quick too, before we wrap this up, I'm just going to gift some memberships here to kind of get this out and say thank you guys for hanging out and sticking with me. So we've got a few gifted memberships that are going out randomly to a few people. So you can, like I said earlier, you can connect to our Discord server and you can comment over there. You could ask me stuff. You could ask everybody stuff. A lot of really awesome people are over in that Discord server. Great place to go for resources and stuff if you're building a smart home and just kind of interact with other people. And I also do some member-only videos and sometimes early access to new videos and different, other different perks like that as well that you can look out for. So do look out for that. And speaking to next week, Rob said there's always next week. That is true. Speaking of next week, I'm going to start having some more guests on the live stream. So we did do that for a while here and there in the past. And next week should be a really exciting week. I'm not going to give it away just yet. You can follow me over on Instagram and some other, I'll probably post here on YouTube also early. And I'll announce for sure who we're going to have next week. But I'm looking to have 2 guests on next week. Should be really fun. Should be a great stream. Really excited to get some of these folks on. And we're just confirming all the details. And then I think I'm going to start doing at least probably 1 live stream a month, maybe 2, where we have a guest join us here live where we can chat, and hopefully the chat is actually working right. We can interact with you guys, but I'll just be asking our guests a lot of questions, and we'll get some insight from some other people, experts in the industry, other creators and stuff like that is what we're looking to do. So it should be a lot of fun. And again, the first one should be next week. And then we'll look at kind of turning that into, some sort of monthly, or maybe, like you said, maybe 2 a month. We're going to turn that into a cycle where we're going to do these solo streams here every week, but we're going to throw in some probably on some sort of regular schedule with some guests just to get some other people in here and chat a little bit. And it should be a lot of fun. And I'm really looking forward to that. So stay tuned. Follow me over on Instagram if you're not already for updates. And we got another channel member. Thank you so much. Let's see, is that Will Elliott? I almost said Willie. Will Elliott. Thank you for joining, becoming a channel member. All you new channel members, like I said, check us out over in Discord. Stay tuned for updates. I will check all my settings and everything, and we will be back better than ever next week. Hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Have a great week, and God bless.